What's up guys, Earl here of Tech, and Xiaomi has been one of the top smartphone brands in terms of sales because of their budget-friendly smartphone offerings like the new Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G and E. It may have some similarities to its older sibling, the Mi 11 Lite, but there have been a few improvements along the way. You might have seen us unbox and give our first impression on this device already, but today we're going to be going to give you our full review. As I mentioned in the intro, the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G and E can easily be mistaken as the Mi 11 Lite because it is with just a few improvements. Upon holding the 11 Lite for the first time, we were immediately stunned how light it is. No pun intended. Even at just 158 grams, this device feels solid and robust. The back is made out of a matte textured polycarbonate material which is a-okay, but it does feel very slippery at times, so we highly recommend you use the free jelly case included in the box. Also situated here are the triple rear camera module and some Xiaomi branding. The unit we have is in this very chic peach pink colorway that has an iridescent effect depending on the angle of the lighting. But if this is not your color, you have an array of colors to choose from, namely truffle black, bubblegum blue, and snowflake white colors. For buttons and ports, starting on the right side of the device, we have the volume rocker and the power/lock button that also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. Down at the bottom, we have the primary microphone, a hybrid dual SIM card slot, USB-C port, and one of the stereo speakers. Finally, up top, we have the IR blaster and a secondary microphone. The buttons are tactile and clicky, and they are placed in a sweet spot, so if you have small hands like me, you won't have any struggle adjusting the volume rocker or unlocking this device. We are also happy to report that this device has an IP53 rating, meaning that the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G and E can withstand accidental splashes and even survive when submerged in water. But if I were you, I wouldn't go swimming with it. Just don't. Overall, we are digging the design of this device. It looks modern and minimalist. I personally like this design as compared to the Xiaomi 11T and 11T Pro, but that's just me. Now, checking out the main parts of the phone, the display. Up front, we have a 6.55 inches AMOLED panel with a resolution of 2400 by 1080. It's also got a 90Hz refresh rate, providing a smoother experience. The selfie camera resides on a hole punch cutout, which is placed on the upper left corner of the device. For protection, the display is topped with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 and comes with a screen protector pre-installed. The display quality is superb and has vibrant colors and has great details with a pixel density of 402 ppi. Viewing angles are also great, and the display is capable of producing up to 800 nits for the HDR10 Plus and 500 nits for regular usage. Because of this, we didn't have any issues when using it under direct sunlight, which is a plus. Now, when it comes to speakers, it's got a stereo setup, making the multimedia experience a little bit better compared to most Android smartphones that have stereo speakers. It can easily fill up the room at maximum volume, but we do suggest taking advantage of the Type-C to 3.5mm dongle included in the package or a Bluetooth headset for a more optimal listening experience. As for the cameras, the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G and E has a triple rear camera sensor consisting of a 64-megapixel main, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 5-megapixel tele-macro lens. As for selfies, we have a 20-megapixel camera. Photos taken with the 64-megapixel main camera are decent, colors are accurate, although there are some scenarios where images produced are contrasty and oversaturated, but most of the time images have a good HDR projection and also sharp. On the other hand, images taken from the ultra-wide sensor can also be a little too contrasty and even muddy, especially when taken under low-light scenarios. Furthermore, photos can come out a little bit blown out when photos are taken against the light source. Now, portrait mode is also present. It gives a decent subject to background separation and does look natural, although sometimes the camera tends to blur out parts of the subject, especially if the subject has jagged edges. As for the night mode feature, there's not much of a difference between a photo taken under low light in normal mode and in night mode. Colors when night mode is turned on are a little bit more pronounced, but details and the overall night mode photo quality are not as good. For selfies, surprisingly, it can handle HDR very well. Images come out sharp, skin tones look a little bit soft, but overall, the image quality is good and vibrant and will definitely suffice your social media needs. Beauty mode is also present if you are into that. When it comes to video recording, it can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second. Even though there's no OIS present, video quality is still great, details are clear, colors are accurate, and has good dynamic range, and surprisingly, the digital stabilization is working well. Now for software, it runs on MIUI 12.5 based on Android 11. It's a clean UI that is easy on the eyes and easy to use. Although pre-installed apps are present like Amazon, Facebook, TikTok, WPS Office, IQWe, LinkedIn, 92, and Booking.com. But don't worry because these apps can easily be uninstalled if you don't like them. Out of the 128 gigs that we have, we are getting 113.24 gigs of free storage. If that's not enough, there's a micro SD card slot available. As for performance, the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE packs a Qualcomm Snapdragon 778 5G, up to 8 gigs of LPDDR4X RAM, and up to 256 gigs of UFS 2.2 storage. Well, surprisingly for a mid-ranger chipset, it can handle demanding mobile game titles like Genshin Impact and Call of Duty Mobile on the highest graphics settings available without any hiccups. Multitasking is easily handled as well. However, when playing games or doing heavy tasks for long periods of time, it can be warm to the touch but not to the alarming level. If you are interested in numbers, here are the benchmark scores that we got. Powering the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE is a sizable 4250 mAh battery with support for 33W fast charging. In our standard video loop test, which entails the device playing 1080p video on loop, airplane mode turned on, headphones plugged in, we yielded a score of 21 hours and 8 minutes, while in the PCMark's Work 3.0 battery benchmark, rated it at 13 hours and 19 minutes. For this battery capacity, this is actually decent. The Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE can recharge from 0 to 100% in roughly 2 hours. Xiaomi didn't really disappoint us with the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE. It's got a decent battery life, cameras, and surprisingly amazing performance. Sure, there are some aspects of this phone that are lacking, especially in the camera department, but overall, we can forgive these types of sacrifices considering the price. Now, speaking of the price, the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE has 3 variants. A 6 gigs plus 128 gig variant is priced at 16,990 pesos. The 8 gigs plus 128 gigs of internal storage variant is priced at 18,990 pesos, and the beefed up version, which has 8 gigs of RAM plus a 256 gigs of internal storage, has an SRP of 20,990 pesos. So what do you guys think about the Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE? Is this going to be your next daily driver? Well, do let us know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit youtube.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Narelle, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.